Greetings, this is CyrusKing.com and I am Lotus Speaks, and I'm very excited to finally meet you all officially. I'm a student of Cyrus's and I am a natural nutritionist. I am an herbalist, I am a homeopathic healer, and I am a health and wellness consultant. I am the founder of Fit to Be Goddess International. And Fit to Be Goddess started as my personal journey to health and wellness. Basically, it was a journal. And it was inspired by my story. I was 155 pounds heavier than I am today. This time last year, I was something called super morbid obese. Super morbid obesity is basically when you are 200 or more pounds overweight. And I was 28 years old, and I was basically killing myself slowly. So I made a decision that I wanted to live and I wanted to be here for my children. So I started on this journey, and through this journey, I was inspired to share my story, and I was told that by Spirit, if I share my story, that many people would be helped and they would help to save themselves. So in this year, I've been able to shed over 155 pounds naturally, without surgery, medical intervention, without Jenny Craig, any of those things. And I've also been able to help others lose lots of weight and reverse disease. So I'm really excited to be here. The first thing that you need to know is I am not what you would call a vegan. And the reason why I don't claim to be a vegan is because though some of their principles are similar to what I do, I am a natural nutritionist and I'm a naturalist rather than a vegan. And because vegans often consume things that which are not natural, certain things like meat replacements, soy, carrots, and things like a lot of them don't even know that stuff is not healthy. So naturalists don't eat anything that's genetically modified. We only eat things that come out of nature. So that's what I eat. I eat things that come out of nature. And starch does not come out of nature. Starch is something that is man-made. So I do not consume those things. So a lot of people will tell you that, it's okay if you have brown rice over white rice. You have brown bread over white bread. No, it's all starch. And all of that eventually starts to support disease. And that goes into what I was going to talk about. And that disease is the presence of mucus and acid in the body. And what happens is, depending on where it's located in the body, depends on what disease that you have. And your body creates the mucus to protect itself. But what happens is it eventually starts to kill itself with the same mucus that it created to protect itself. And it starts to coat and cover the cells and become calcified mucus. It's like basically it sits in your system and it eventually starts to cause disease. So if it's calcified mucus deposit in your mammary gland, you might have breast cancer. Or if it's in your uterus, it might be a fibroid tumor. If it's in your pancreas, it might be diabetes. If your lungs, asthma, lung cancer. So knowing that this is only one disease, it's really empowering because we all have the ability to cure the disease. Now, a lot of people are going to try to say that, it's no cure. That's not true. Or some people are going to say, well, they're looking for a pill that they can take to cure cancer or to cure the herpes, and it's not going to happen because it's specific lifestyle changes, it's specific choices to make, and it's through cleansing. And through cleansing, you'll be able to reverse disease. Intracellular cleansing is the key to life. Everybody needs to cleanse. That's the first step. No matter what. If you have been on this planet and you have consumed things that which are unnatural, you need to cleanse. You consumed things that from years and years ago that's still sitting in your body, that from before you change your diet and change your lifestyle, everybody needs to cleanse. And it's not just about reversing disease, but it's also about preventing disease and obtaining your optimal health. So what happens when you intracellular cleanse is basically this. It's very simple. you start to clear away the mucus off your cells. It starts to reverse it. So basically, you start to give it oxygen, and your cells will be able to breathe. And this is what happens when you intracellular cleanse. You giving your cells oxygen, and they can breathe, and it replenishes itself. Like, oxygen is one of the most important things, period. If you think about us, humans, you can take away food for this many days, you can take away water, but if you take away oxygen for, seconds, you're dead. So basically, when we coat ourselves, we slowly kill ourselves. And soy is one of those things that helps to coat our cells. It's not natural. It comes like this plastic substance. It's filled with hormones, estrogen, and it coats your cells. So intracellular cleansing is the opposite of coating your cells. I don't want to attack the vegetarians and the vegans, but it's really important that we all know what we're consuming. I will post a list of things that are natural foods, things that are alkaline, and other things that's not on the list. Really, we don't need to be consuming that, because it's one of those things that's not supporting our lives, and it's eventually starting to kill us. So that's really important. And when you have the acid is a little different than the mucus, because the acid, which is what causes the pain. When we consume the things that are acid, that's why we have like acid pain. When we have our cycles, we have pain in our bodies, or any type of pain really comes from acid. So that's important to know. That's why it's so important for us to be, another reason why it's so important for us to be alkaline, because acid actually causes pain. And you can get to a point where you don't experience any pain. Like I said, I was so overweight. Last year, I had to have teeth removed from just poor diet, just not taking care of myself. I had to have 9 teeth removed in the back of my mouth, 4 wisdom teeth, 2 teeth. I had to get 9 teeth altogether. And I was on a fast. I was on day 54 of a fast when I got these teeth removed. And I can tell you that when I came out of surgery, I did not experience any pain. I came out of tooth surgery out. They had to put me under. I was awake, and I was talking to the doctor, and they were like, "What are you doing?" Like, they didn't understand. It was like, "Ms. Benzo, how are you talking to us?" And then when I went back to my checkup, they was like, I was talking to them, and they was like, "Well, how many?" They had me this big thing of pain medicine, and because of my diet, I had 9 teeth removed, and I did not have any pain, period, whatsoever. So that's another thing that we're going to talk about in the future, how to not experience pain. I'm talking about, you can get to a point where you won't have menstrual cramps again. You won't have arthritis pain again. You won't have a headache again, ever. And you don't ever have to be sick again. But the way to do that is to start with your diet. And intracellular cleansing is important, and everybody needs to cleanse. And you're going to start changing your diet. You're going to start eating more green leafy vegetables instead of the starches. But the true way, the best way, the most expeditious way, the only way to cleanse for real is to fast. And you have to give your body a break. You have to stop putting in the things that's poisoning you, and give yourself time to rejuvenate itself. And one of the ways that I do that is it's important that you learn how to fast, but you do it in a way that is safe. One is, the first thing, you have to be hydrated, because what happens is you're going to start to release toxins, and if you're not getting your proper water, you may make yourself sick. So each adult needs to have at least half their body weight in ounces of water per day. And that's regardless if you're trying to lose weight or whatever. Have your body weight in ounces of water per day. And then we want our water to be alkaline. That's another step. We're going to start with the water, and we're going to make the water alkaline. Another thing is, you have to have your nutrients. And the best way to have your nutrients on a fast is one of the best foods to have is Irish moss. And Irish moss is a sea vegetation, and Irish moss contains over 102 minerals. And it will, and it's a food, it's a cell food that feeds your cells and cleanses your cells. And it's very simple to make. And if you have that during the fast, it will assist in oxygenating your body, alkalining your body, and reversing disease. And it's very simple to make. You get the flakes from the health food store, and which will have like boiling water, and you'll soak them, and then it'll make this gelacious type of jelly thing. And then when you take it, you can take the jelly and you can put it in a blender and with more water if you can drink it like that. It's very it tastes like the ocean, so it's very distinctive taste. So you can mask it in your juice when you juice, whatever. But when you have that, you will be fed. And that is going to be all for now. And we're going to talk about more things later. And I am Lotus Speaks, and this is CyrusKing.com. And I will see you around the website.